Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive.
Yeah.
This time, into the world of premonitions.
Yeah, this should be a good one.
Yeah, our listeners sent in Dean Koontz's story
Hey.
about this mysterious phone call.
Yeah, I remember this one.
Yeah, and we're going to try to unpack
Right.
all the details about it.
Right. That's a great choice.
Why do you think it's so fascinating?
I think it's because it really gets to the heart of what makes premonitions so compelling.
Okay.
You know, that blend of like the ordinary, everyday life
Yeah.
with this really unsettling feeling.
Yeah.
Like something's not quite right.
So to set the scene for everyone,
Okay.
we're talking 1988.
Okay.
Way before caller ID
Right.
was even a thing.
Uh-huh.
Dean Koontz is in his office working
Yeah.
when the phone rings.
Mm-hmm.
No number,
Right.
just a woman's voice on the other end,
Kooky.
right?
Well,
And she sounds really distressed, like she's far away or something.
oh, wow.
Yeah, and here's the creepy part.
Okay.
It's not a message, really.
Oh, right.
It's not a plea for help or anything.
So what is it?
She just keeps repeating this warning
Oh.
over and over.
Oh, what's the warning?
Please be careful.
Oh, please be careful.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Then the line goes dead.
That's so creepy.
Oh, I would be totally freaked out.
Yeah, me too.
What would you do?
Well, I mean, I think, like, Kuntz tried to rationalize it at first.
Oh,
You know, maybe it's a prank or a wrong number or
Okay.
something like that.
Okay.
But then here's where it gets really weird.
Okay.
The voice reminded him of his mother,
Oh, no.
who had passed away
Oh, wow.
years before.
Okay. Yeah, that's
So it's in
definitely gonna
That's gonna...
stick with you.
Yeah, that's gonna stay with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be hard to shake off.
But here's the thing.
Oh.
The story doesn't end there. 2 days later, Koontz goes to visit
Mm-hmm.
his elderly father, Ray,
Right.
who's living in a care facility. And that's when things take a very dark turn.
Okay, so we know from Kuntz's account
Yeah.
that his father had been showing
Yeah.
some signs of agitation, even some aggression toward the
That's
other
it.
residents.
Right.
But what's really chilling
Okay.
is that Ray had been preparing for something far more serious.
So this is where I get nervous.
Yeah, so
Okay.
he used his allowance money
Oh, my gosh.
to buy a hunting knife.
What?
And he spent days meticulously sharpening it,
Oh, my God.
oiling the joint,
Really?
turning it into a switchblade, essentially.
So this was premeditated.
Yeah, this premeditation
You know,
really points to this disturbing level of intent.
Okay.
You know, it's scary
Yeah.
to think about.
So Koontz walks in completely unaware.
Yes, completely blindsided.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, and the moment he enters his father's room,
Yeah.
Ray attacks him and lunges at him with the knife.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Did he manage to hurt Koontz?
Thankfully, no.
Oh, my gosh.
Kuntz narrowly dodged the attack.
Wow.
And in the struggle, he was able to disarm his father.
Oh, my
It was
God.
a very close call.
Oh, my gosh.
But it gets even crazier.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so someone had called the police
Oh,
during the altercation.
right.
And so picture this. The police arrive.
Yeah.
They find Kuntz holding this knife,
Right.
trying to calm his agitated father.
Yeah.
And without fully assessing the situation,
Oh, no.
they immediately draw their guns on Kuntz.
What?
Yeah, they thought he was the aggressor.
No way.
It seems that way.
Oh, my God.
And you have to imagine that phone call just flashing through Kuntz's mind.
Oh, yeah.
That warning,
Please be careful.
please be careful, takes on a whole new meaning.
Wow, what a flashback.
Yeah.
What did he do?
He makes the split-second decision.
Okay.
He knows any sudden move could be misconstrued.
Right, right.
So he carefully drops the knife,
Okay.
puts himself at the mercy of the police.
So basically,
Yeah.
not only did he narrowly escape
Yeah.
his father attacking him,
Right.
but also being shot by the police.
It's a truly harrowing situation,
Yeah.
and it leaves us with so many questions.
Yeah.
Was the phone call just a strange coincidence?
Right.
Or was it something more?
Yeah, like a genuine premonition.
Right, maybe even a warning from his deceased mother.
And that's exactly what we're going to explore next.
I can't wait.
So don't go anywhere.
Yeah, stick with us.
We'll be right back to delve deeper into this chilling story.
I love it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, welcome back, everybody.
Yeah.
We're deep in Dean Koontz's story,
Yeah.
and it is intense.
Uh-huh.
You know, you have this mysterious phone call.
Right.
And then the dad's violent outburst.
Right.
Like reality and the paranormal
Yeah.
have just blurred together.
It's this clash between logic and the unexplained
Yeah.
that makes this whole thing so fascinating.
Exactly.
You know?
You want there to be a rational explanation.
Right.
But the timing of everything is just so eerie.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Ray for a second.
Okay.
Dean Koontz's dad.
Yeah.
We know he was having some issues before this.
Right.
But this escalation to violence
It is alarming.
seems extreme,
It certainly is.
even with the issues.
And while we can't diagnose Ray from a distance,
Right.
his behavior could point to
Okay.
a number of underlying conditions.
Like what?
Medical or psychological,
Okay.
dementia, for example,
Right.
can sometimes manifest in aggression
Oh,
and paranoia.
okay.
And there are different types of dementia,
You didn't know that.
each with its own set of symptoms.
Okay.
Like some frontotemporal dementia
But-
are known to affect personality and behavior.
Wow. So
And
more
about-
prominently, you're saying his actions
Yeah.
could have been driven by a medical condition?
It's possible.
But is it possible something else was at play here?
That's the question, isn't it?
I mean, the timing with the phone call
Right.
is just too creepy to ignore.
That's where things get really interesting.
Okay.
This is where we dive into this world of precognitive dreams or premonitions.
Okay, so like a sixth sense?
Yeah, kind of.
I've always been fascinated by that.
Yeah, there's this whole history
Yeah.
of anecdotal evidence
Okay.
where people report these glimpses of the future.
Is there any scientific basis for that?
Well, that's a question that has divided
Yeah.
scientists and researchers for decades.
Oh, wow.
Some people believe
Yeah.
it's a genuine psychic phenomenon,
Oh.
while others maintain
Yeah.
it's our brains picking up on subtle cues
Interesting.
and patterns that we consciously miss.
Okay.
There are even theories about quantum entanglement
Oh, wow.
and non-locality playing a role,
Hi.
suggesting that information
Yeah.
could be transmitted across vast distances.
That's pretty mind-blowing.
It is.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Yeah.
That Koontz's mom
It's possible.
or some other force was trying to warn him.
It's a possibility, however remote.
Right.
But we have to be careful not to jump to conclusion.
Of course.
There's also the possibility
Yeah.
that Kuntz was subconsciously
Okay.
picking up on signs of his father's condition.
Okay.
Maybe he was already worried about Ray,
Yeah.
and that anxiety just manifested in this
Right.
weird phone call dream.
So our brain's trying to protect us.
Yeah.
Even if it means these bizarre experiences.
Our minds are incredibly powerful,
Yeah.
and they can play tricks on us.
Right. Especially when we're under stress.
Exactly, especially when we're dealing with grief.
So looking back, it's easy to connect the dots.
This is called hindsight bias,
Okay.
which is our tendency to see
Yeah.
past events as more predictable
Interesting.
than they actually were.
How do we know if this was real then?
That's the challenge with precognition,
Okay.
scientifically speaking. It's very difficult to study
Right.
and to verify.
Okay.
There's always the chance of coincidence,
Right.
misinterpretation, or even fabrication.
So we're left with this puzzle.
Yeah,
We may never know what really happened,
it's true.
but that doesn't mean we dismiss these experiences.
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
The fact that people continue to report them
Right.
suggests there might be more to our consciousness than we understand.
Maybe we're just scratching the surface
Correct.
what our minds can do.
And it's in these moments of the unexplained, those
Yeah.
glitches in the matrix,
Yeah.
that we catch a glimpse of something profound.
Okay, I like that.
These mysteries keep us curious,
Right.
keep us exploring, and ultimately
Yeah.
keep us human.
It's a reminder that even in our world,
Absolutely.
there are still things
Yeah.
that defy logic.
It's important to embrace the unknown,
Yeah.
to question our assumptions,
Okay.
and to remain open to
Yeah.
the possibility that there's more to the universe than meets the eye.
So we've explored the phone call,
Mm-hmm.
Ray's behavior,
Right.
and the possibility of premonition.
Yeah.
But there's another layer here.
Oh,
The emotional impact of all this on Dean Koontz.
that's a great point.
How did this event shape his worldview
Right.
and his writing? even?
Yeah. How did this change him?
That's what we'll explore
Well,
when we come back.
Okay.
Stay with us. Okay, so we're back, and, it's hard to imagine
It is.
going through something like that
Yeah.
and not having it change you.
Absolutely. Like in a big way.
This wasn't just a strange event.
Right.
This was a brush with tragedy.
Right.
And it definitely had an impact
Yeah.
on Koontz,
On his life, for sure.
both personally
Yeah.
and creatively.
So let's talk about that.
Okay.
Kuntz is known for writing
Yeah.
these suspenseful thrillers that often explore these
Right.
really dark side
The dark side of human nature.
of human nature.
Yeah. Do you see any connection
I do.
between this event and his writing?
Definitely.
Okay.
So before this incident, Kuntz was primarily writing science fiction,
Okay.
but after this, his work took a darker turn,
Interesting.
focusing more on psychological suspense
Uh-huh.
and this battle between good and evil.
So, like, this event opened a door for him.
It's like it opened a door in his mind
Wow.
to these darker, more complex themes.
So even though he never said the
Yeah.
phone call was from his mom or
Yeah.
anything supernatural,
Yeah,
it seems like it really planted this seed of doubt.
absolutely.
It challenged everything.
It challenged his belief.
About reality.
Yeah, about the nature of reality.
Yeah, and that questioning,
Yeah.
that openness to the unexplained,
Right.
is something we see in his characters.
You see it reflected in a lot of his characters.
Yeah.
And storylines.
Yeah, like ordinary people.
Right.
In extraordinary situations.
Thrust into these terrifying situations.
They're facing things
grappling with forces
they don't understand.
they don't understand.
Much like Kuntz
Exactly.
was after that phone call.
Yeah. It's interesting to note how he weaves these themes into his writing.
Okay, how so?
He doesn't shy away from the psychological aspect.
Right?
He explores the inner workings
Yeah.
of his characters' minds.
Their fears, their doubt,
Here's their doubt.
which is what makes his book so compelling.
Exactly.
He taps into those primal fears
Yes.
we all have.
Yeah, the fear of the unknown.
Fear of losing control.
Losing control.
And he does it in a way
He does.
that feels both realistic
Yeah.
and terrifying.
He blends elements of suspense,
Right.
psychological thriller, even the supernatural.
It's like he's saying,
Yeah.
hey, what if this stuff is real?
Right. What if there's more
What if there's more
to the world than we can see?
than we can see?
And I think that's a question we all grapple with.
We want to believe in the rationale.
Yeah. The scientific.
But then we have these experiences
Right.
that just defy explanation.
It makes you question everything.
Everything.
Yeah, and maybe that's the point.
Okay.
Maybe it's not about finding the answers,
Right.
but about embracing the mystery.
Because sometimes
Yeah.
the questions are more interesting
Absolutely.
than the answers.
They force us to confront the
Yeah.
limits of our understanding, to
Yeah.
acknowledge that there might be
Yeah.
forces at work that we don't understand.
So where does that leave us
Yeah.
with Dean Koontz's experience?
It's up to you to decide.
Was it a premonition?
We've explored the events.
Yeah.
The possibilities, the impact.
But we don't have the answer.
The truth remains elusive.
And maybe that's okay.
Maybe it is.
I think the real takeaway here
I agree.
is to stay curious
Keep questioning
and never dismiss the power
of the unexplained.
of the unexplained.
Yeah.
Well, that wraps up our deep dive
Yeah.
into Dean Koontz's mysterious phone call.
It was a good one.
Hopefully it gave you something to think about.
Something to ponder.
Maybe sparked a little wonder.
Until next time,
Keep exploring.
keep diving deep.